Hello everybody, how are you doing tonight? This series is my success series, and what it's going to be about, it's going to be about my story and the principles that I've learned over the years. Just to give you a brief history and catch you up as to where I'm at and that kind of stuff. Up until recently, I've done a lot of interesting things in my career and in my life as far as work is concerned. Other things as well, but I'm specifically talking about work right now. And a month and a half ago, I left a good job to go back into business for myself. I've done business before and I've had some success with it, and I've worked for some very high level companies in great positions, and I had success with that as well, so I've learned a lot over the years. And in my life, part of my learning, I was a terrible student, by the way, didn't do very well in college or high school for that matter. Sorry, Mom, but let's face facts at this point. I'm a grown man now. I've made it a point to be a self-study. I've learned a lot of different things in life, and I've really focused on people skills, leadership principles, success principles, business principles. Those are the four major things that I've really focused on learning about. And it's been super cool over the years because I've noticed a difference. I've seen a lot of things. I've noticed the improvements that I've had, all of that kind of stuff that goes along with it. Reading books. I mean, currently sitting next to me right now, I've got a Wayne Dyer book, Excuses Be Gone. It's an awesome book. It's my second time through. And I didn't plan to show you this, but it's my goal-setting form, and I'll go over that in detail at another point in time. Now is not the exact time for it. But I'm brand new to getting back into business for myself, and as far as being in business, it takes time, it takes money, it takes effort, it takes a thick skin, it takes constant work, and all of that I'm excited about. What I'm doing here is I'm going through that process, and I call this my success series because nothing is guaranteed in life, but success is guaranteed, if that makes any sense. A big influence of mine, as a matter of fact, is Tony Robbins. For those that listen to him regularly or whatever, he's got a quote that says, "Success leaves clues, success leaves clues." So as we go through, you're going to notice the clues that I leave. And I'm going to talk about not only the successes that I have, but the failures, the trials, the tribulations, and everything that goes along with it. I'm not sure how this success series is going to play out as far as how often videos will be coming out, if I'll be marketing it anywhere, if I'll just toss it up on YouTube and I'll share it on Facebook and Instagram. I'm not sure yet where that's going to go. I decided to do this, and it's been a few weeks in the making as far as sitting down and doing it, but getting a website together was more important, a demo reel together was more important, and I joined the Chamber of Commerce. You know, I mean, there's other things that were bigger priorities. So I'm sitting down and doing this now, and I don't make too many promises in life because that means that I have to keep them, but I'm going to go on record, and I'm throwing this up on the web, and again, I know for sure I'm going to put it on Facebook, but I promise that I'm going to go over all of the positives as well as the negatives with whatever audience that stumbles upon this and is interested in this. And I'm super excited because I read a lot. I say that with some hesitation because I go through ups and downs, and I'm not the person that turns off the TV and just reads books, and I don't read 8 books a week, and I know some people do, and I consider that to be a lot personally. What I do is I read on a regular basis, and I don't focus too much on stories. I mean, the Harry Potter series is awesome, and I mean, I can't think of any others right now. I put myself on the spot. I love putting people on the spot. Put myself on the spot, but you know, all that stuff is is great, and I love it. It engages the imagination, it increases your vocabulary, and it gets your mind going, and it gets you through, and I honestly, truly love it. I read things that I feel are going to make me better as a person, personally, professionally, and make me feel better, or not make me feel better, but make me better with other people, make me feel more accomplished. Spirituality, the book that I showed you there, the Wayne Dyer book, it's called Excuses Be Gone. I can't stand the title of some books, but I don't look at it as an excuse book. I mean, realistically, like, it's a book on spirituality, in my opinion, and excuses be gone. I mean, there's a paradigm to get rid of excuses, and it does exactly what the title wants it to be, but I see it more as a spirituality thing. And I'm very well aware that there are trials and there are tribulations, and on social media especially, there's a few types of people, but for at this moment in time, I'm going to talk about the people that are, you think their life's going great, but realistically it's falling apart because all you see on their social media is, oh, I went here, I did this, and this amusement park was great. We took our kids to the beach, and wasn't a fantastic family barbecue. And again, there's nothing wrong with that stuff because realistically, that's a bit more of who I am. But this series right here is going to be real, the nitty gritty. I'm going to dig deep into the stuff that personally I'm learning about, the things that I'm doing. It's going to be business focused, but realistically, being self employed and being my own brand, if you will, business focused means personal focused. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that as I grow as a person, my business will grow. I also know if I don't overcome my limitations, my business won't overcome their limitations. Despite the current fear inside of me, which is there, I can feel the anxiety, and I don't want to say this out loud. One of my biggest obstacles, one of my biggest hurdles to overcome is putting myself out there, is cold calling, is introducing myself to people, the initial contact. Well, this is a part of it. It's not a strategic business move per se, but that's my biggest thing. When it comes to other areas, I excel at, and I've got strengths and weaknesses like everybody else. But I want to throw that out there, and I want to do that from the very get-go, that my biggest area of improvement that I have is the initial contact by putting myself out there. And that's interesting. I was reading a book earlier today. It was called The Referral Code. I forget the author. By the way, great book, The Referral Code. Pick it up. Super easy read. Let me throw in real quick. Despite how much I like to read, I'm not the strongest reader. I joke, I'm way too ADD about it, but realistically, I have to read things slowly in order to comprehend them, and this is a very easy read, and it was an awesome read. The Referral Code, super good book. They were talking about the three ugly sisters, is how they worded it, as far as fears: fear of rejection, fear of coming off pushy, and fear of coming off needy. And the fear of rejection is probably my strongest fear. I don't like being told no. It's also one of the reasons why I developed my type A personality in the way that I did. How's that for a politically correct bullshit answer? I developed my type A personality. No, I don't want to be told no. That's really what it is. And when you dig deep, it's a fear of rejection. I don't like being rejected like most people. But it's a part of life. It's especially a part of business. And if I'm going to create a success series, and be honest with the viewers and myself, of course. That's a part of it. And I'm going to chronicle that. I'm going to talk about it. And we'll see where it goes. I promise you that if you tune in and when you keep watching, you're going to notice a lot of success principles come to play out. I think that's everything for now. I'm right about 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes. It's an unedited, off-the-cuff video. I did a sound check a few times and played with a couple of softwares, but I want to get it going. If you look over my shoulder, I don't know, everything's backwards. It's my left shoulder. I'm not sure where it's showing up in the video, but you can see my paper towel roll and my little yellow bucket with my pens and my scissors on my kitchen counter. But I'm Dan Gordon. Many of you know me as Daniel Cyral. And this is our Success Series. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to send more.